Well, if you guys are all ready to go, I will go ahead and do a quick recap.
Yeah.
Last time on Simply Another Band of Curiously Odd Travelers, you all had entered into the lobby of the Inscrutable Tower, the massive obelisk of black mineral combination of stone that extends high into the skies of Drakenheim. Sorry about that. High into the skyline of Drakenheim, and was the first impact point of the meteor as it passed down before striking into the southern ward of Drakenheim. Upon entering the lobby, you were confronted by a group of sentries, shield guardians, as they are known from the academy, created and, in this particular instance, ordered to secure the entrance to the Inscrutable Tower. Upon entering and not having any type of credentials or anything to subdue these entities, you found yourselves immediately confronted after one battle, now entering into another. Nevertheless, you were able to put down these constructs before beginning to explore the lobby area of the Inscrutable Tower, the first floor, discovering not only staircases that went up on all corners of the tower, but what looked to be some type of arcane elevator devices, most of which were out of commission, but one seemed to be working, at least to some degree. Upon entering said elevator, you found that it wasn't quite working to full specification, as you were sent reeling by several bolts of lightning that were traveling up and down through the shaft before exiting into one of the research floors, about maybe a third of the way up the tower. Upon entering this research floor, you began looking into various rooms that seemingly had been locked and unexplored or unentered in the past decade and a half, finding various alchemical ingredients, various scrolls and things of that nature. And in one room, you found a seemingly still active summoning circle, or previously active summoning circle, and inside were two trapped elementals, likely not very happy that they were stuck inside of a room immediately after being summoned for the last 15 plus years, that then proceeded to attack you all immediately and tried to escape this unintended prison. And now we find ourselves in that combat still. Going back to the top of the round, we come to Tim. You have a fire elemental breathing down upon you and your comrades, as well as a swirling tornado of an air elemental just behind it. What would you like to do, sir?
I would like to leave.
You can certainly try.
I think two fellers have something to say about that, so I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's see here. I will go with a good old classic ice knife at the I don't know if I should try to go for the fire if it's just gonna melt it, but I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, might as well. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna go for ice knife.
Okay.
At the fire elemental.
Okay. Is that an attack roll, or do I need to make a saving throw for them?
No, attack roll.
Okay.
18.
All right. I believe an 18 hits. Let me double check that real quick, but I'm almost certain it does. And you're aiming this at the fire elemental?
Yeah.
Yeah, an 18 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
All right, so that's my... That's... I'm fine. It rolled 3 dice on my screen, but it only counted 1. That was really weird.
Okay.
Interesting. So it's
okay.
D10. I got a 7. so we're good. It rolled 2d6 also,
Right.
but it only was a d10 that actually counted. I don't know why. That's so fucking weird. So it's 7, and then I will use my my wand ability with that, and that will make it a nice. That will make it 13 damage.
So yeah, piercing damage of 13. Okay. Gotcha. All right, I'm trying to do some math in my head. Oh. And what's there's a DC on it. I think there's a proximity effect. What's the range on that? Is it 5 feet or 10 feet?
That's why I rolled the 2d6. That makes sense. Okay, it's
Right.
5 feet.
5 feet. Okay, so yeah, if you had struck the fire elemental and yeah, your companions had been there, they would have had to make the save. But because they're far enough back, you all watch as Tim turns and immediately flings out this jet of ice that forms into this large spear, slamming into this fire elemental directly at its core. And you watch as this blast of ice, upon striking seemingly some sort of solid object in the center mass of this creature, blasts out, and you are just outside of the range as you step back a foot to avoid being struck by this blast of ice crystals that seemingly surrounds this creature now. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Bullseye, bitch. No, that sounds good.
Okay. Next up, we have the fire elemental. They are going to... Yeah, they are going to run up on the two of you, now being blasted essentially with flames. They're just going to enter your space and try to envelop the two of you. Both of you immediately take 5 points of fire damage, both Cedric and Chugrulk.
Was there some sort of effect on this guy with the little circle on him? Circle.
That is a good question. I don't remember, to be honest. You guys would have to refresh my memory here.
I legitimately don't remember what we were in the middle of doing.
I don't either.
I just remember opening the door, closing it, running away, and then all this went down. I don't remember anything else.
Yeah, I think it was a previous battle. I'm trying to remember when I used my Mace of Terror on it.
That's what it was. It was the Mace of Terror. That's what
was
the
it on these ones?
I believe so. So yeah, they wouldn't be able to move towards you. Do they make the saving throw on their turn?
At the end of their turn.
The end of their turn. So they can't approach you.
They have to actively move away from me.
They do have to actively move away.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds right, because I remember asking that question specifically. Do they have to move away? Or
Right. Well, it usually says one way or the other that not every fear effect makes them actively move away.
Yeah, this one, it actively has to move away. If it uses, for its action, it can only use dash, and it can't take any reactions.
It can only dash on its action? Is that what it specifically says?
For its action, it can use only the dash action or try to escape from the effects that prevent it from moving. If it has nowhere to move, the creature can use a dodge action instead.
Gotcha. Okay, well, then they are going to dash, seeing as how they've got to move this way, so... straight away from you, dashing away. In process, passing right through the air elemental, it's going to take that damage instead.
Does this count as forced movement?
Yes.
Okay.
No. In this case, no. This would be just active movement.
Because I should be able to take a swing at it.
Yeah, you would have an opportunity attack in this case.
Do I want to use it on this one or the arrow? They're both feared, or just the fire?
They both have been enveloped by fear. So we'll resolve this if you want to take the opportunity attack, and then I'll make the save.
I'll take, because the wind elemental's taking damage because it passes through.
Yeah, it is
and
taking
will-
small
and-
amount of damage.
And I would presume would take it again whenever it moves later.
Potentially, yes.
When it walks back into it, if it does. So I think I will use my reaction for an opportunity attack on the fire one now.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's see it.
And I've got a 13 plus.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, something, yeah. So this is going to be an unarmed strike, 1d8 plus 5.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Just-
sick.
It's going to be a 5 and 5. So 10 damage.
Hell yeah.
10 damage.
Nice.
And you're doing this with your fists?
Yes, so this is an unarmed strike. I'm punching it.
Okay. You definitely make contact, but not quite as much as you would like, passing through this sort of incorporeal form, but it still takes some damage, just not quite the amount that you believe as your one fist passed through. You definitely make contact with something solid, but not a full, blow. It definitely is a glancing blow.
Okay, do I take damage?
No, you do not.
Woohoo!
A fair question. An
Sorry.
unfortunately fair question.
The fire elemental
I got a
is...
question after this.
Yeah, the fire elemental is not looking great right now, but it is going to try to make that save.
It's a 15 wisdom.
Yeah, it's not even close. It is still frightened. Tim, you had a question.
Yeah, no, I just realized 'cause I reread Ice Knife just to make sure. Did you give yourself the 2d6 damage also?
I did not. If you want to go ahead and if it takes that as well.
Oh, from the one that you rolled.
No, I just read just to make sure because I was wondering why. So it says on here, do I do it this way?
Does it just take the strike damage, or does it take the AoE on top of it?
So you take the D10 damage, and then also hit or miss, the shard explodes, and the target and each creature within must succeed on a dex save, or take. So you get so your fire elemental does a dex save.
Got it.
Okay.
Sorry, I just reread it. I just realized it.
Dex save on that one would be a 13.
It's for me. It says dex 16.
Okay, then it fails. So go ahead and roll the damage.
It already rolled it before.
It was a 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where's the damage then?
Oh, it's what's it called? It was 10. Yeah, it's 10 damage.
10 damage.
7
10 cold
piercing,
damage.
10 cold.
Between that strike and your opportunity attack, Giorgio, that was just enough. All it had was 10 HP left. So as it passes by, your glancing strike crushes whatever remains of this creature's core, and it vanishes as it passes through the air elemental.
This is actually the worst thing that could happen.
But good looking out. Thank you for clarifying that. So,
where did it start?
Pardon me?
Where did it start?
It was right about here, about 10 feet away from your two companions.
Okay, because the thing says within 5 feet, and I would feel bad if we gave 10 extra damage to that thing, but not to the guy sitting right next to it. But if it
No. It's a 5 foot radius.
Out of range. Yeah, they were just out. They were 10 feet away, so they were good.
Nice.
Right.
Great work, everybody.
Go team. Anyway, that brings us to Cedric. What would you like to do, sir?
Cool. 50, 25, 30. The air elemental's already been hit. It took the 5 damage or whatever from the.
Yeah, it's been
fire
hit a
elemental,
few
right?
times. I think Giorgio's hit it a few times prior
I
to.
did, yeah.
Okay.
It has taken some damage, but it's not looking nearly as bad as the fire elemental was.
I'm gonna move up to here.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna. We have a lot of people that can do a lot of damage. I'm just gonna go ahead and attempt to hold the dead on it. It's gonna be the
Wisdom?
wisdom save, 15.
Okay. It rolled a natural 1, so yeah, go ahead and roll that damage. 10 damage, okay.
You hate elementals, bro.
All my homies hate elementals.
Get 'em out.
All my homies hate him.
All right. You watch as this necrotic energy, what little core or corporeal form this creature takes, you definitely find some station within this creature. As you watch this necrotic energy begin to spread out through this whipping air current. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, for my bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh, why isn't? It's not showing. I thought heal wounds was a bonus action. It is. It's not showing up underneath my actions I could take. I'm gonna go ahead
Healing
and
word is a bonus action. Cure wounds, I believe, is an action.
Healing word. I'm sorry, healing word. Yeah, it's not showing up under my bonus actions that I can take for some reason under like the actions menu. But I'll go ahead and use that on Georgio.
Okay.
Just at level 1. Just some quick 7.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you.
And then I'll end my turn.
Okay. Georgio, we are back to you. You're staring the face of this elemental, but as your comrade approaches from the southern portion of this hallway, you can definitely see this reservation as it's beginning to move away, but it is still within your melee at this time. What would you like to do?
I will... I want to... Can I pass through it?
You can definitely pass through it, but you... Pardon me?
I said I will attempt to pass through it, going to right here.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw as you pass through this torrent of moving air.
Oh, you're gonna get whipped.
I've rolled a 15.
Okay.
Save is a +3, so that's an 18. On
Okay, you're good. You managed to shoulder your way through linebacker style onto the other way and turn immediately behind this creature.
Okay, and then I will make just 2 attacks, normal
Okay.
swings with my fists. The first one's going to be 26 to hit.
26 definitely hits.
The second one will be a 25 to hit.
Both hit.
So that's going to be 2d8 plus 10. Where is my d8? Here it is.
2d8 plus 10, good lord.
That's a 5. It's 1d8 plus 5 each time.
Oh, okay.
5 and a 4, so it's going to be a 9 plus 10, so 19 damage.
19 total damage. And this is bludgeoning with your fist, correct?
This is, bludgeoning damage.
Just like the fire elemental, as you strike through with your fists, you feel like you're making contact, but not quite full. It's definitely a glancing blow as you strike something solid within this creature, but not quite as solid as you would like.
Okay, provided the target is no more than 1 size larger than me, when I deal bludgeoning damage, I can move it 5 feet to an unoccupied space, so I will push it away from me towards Cedric.
Okay. So directly downward.
On the second hit, so directly downward one. On the second hit.
So it was 19 total, correct?
19 total on as which should be dealt.
Okay.
And then,
right.
And then the second one will push it.
Okay. Okay. Both strikes, solid hits, but not quite, into what you're used to hitting with a corporeal object. But nonetheless, is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Let me check one thing real quick. I'm okay. I'll save my second wind. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. With that, the creature staring in the face of its source of fear is going to dash the other way. As far as it can down this hallway. You would get an attack of opportunity, Georgio.
Just Cedric.
And Cedric. I'm sorry, Cedric. I think you used your reaction already for the fire elemental.
So I just had a turn, so I should get it back.
Yeah.
That's right, you do. Okay.
So we would both get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, you would both get an attack of opportunity. So go ahead and do that first, and then after that, I need another dex save from you, Georgio, as it passes through your space.
I have to check my feats real quick, because I think with Warcaster I can do a spell as a...
Yes, you can cast a cantrip as a reaction with Warcaster.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do Toll the Dead on it rather than hitting it with a weapon.
Does it need to be a melee attack spell or a ranged attack spell? I can't remember. Or does it just say any spell?
Let's see here. You can use your reaction to make an opportunity attack to cast a spell that has a casting time of an action.
Okay, got it. So yeah. Yeah, from the way that reads, I think you can even cast leveled spells.
From the way that it looks, I think so. But
So-
What I'm reading here is, the spell must have a casting time of 1 action and must target only that creature.
Yeah.
Right.
But those are the only restrictions. This is what it looks
So
like.
you could cast a leveled spell as long as it met those
Yeah.
criteria.
no, I'm just gonna still do total dead on it.
Gotcha. Okay. So wisdom from them, and then we'll resolve yours, Giorgio. Yeah, they definitely fail. So go ahead and roll that damage.
12.
All right.
I just-
This creature is bloodied, airy. I don't know what you want to call it.
something like that. Yeah.
It's misting.
It's misting, yeah, foggy.
I have rolled a 9 for my dex save, unfortunately.
You are knocked prone and pushed back as it pushes you forward, but you don't take any damage, but you are knocked prone.
While I'm on the ground, am I able to make my opportunity attack?
Yeah, while you're doing that, I'll say you can do it, but go ahead and make your opportunity attack at a disadvantage as you are knocked down, yes.
Okay, the bad roll is going to be a 6 and 9.
Okay.
Be a 15.
A 15 just hits.
Oh, nice.
So you manage to
Got it.
strike up at something as you're knocked on your ass.
Okay, so it's going to be a 1d8 and 5. That's going to be just a 1, so 6 damage total.
6 damage, and again, you strike, but you're definitely making glancing blows on this creature, but, you know, every little bit counts here.
Didn't expect much falling down.
It's thematic.
Today.
It's thematic. But yeah, it's going to go ahead and make another... it's wisdom on the fear, correct?
Yes, yeah, it has to make the wisdom saving throw to
15?
Yep.
It actually succeeds. It rolled an 18.
Ooh, good for it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Now it can come at us again at some
As it
point.
spins, having taken that small amount of damage, bolstering itself, whatever sense of logic this creature has, given its circumstances and creation, it spins around. You see what looks like this elongated face turn and scrunch in anger as it turns to run back at you. But with that, Chugrulk, we are back to you.
Alrighty. I believe I'm going to attempt, or not attempt, but move up here and fire at this thing with my crossbow.
Okay, let's see it. Unfortunately, a 9. You fire the arrow, but the blast of currented air moving around sends it sailing into the wall as it's fired. But you do have another attack.
I am going to attempt a second time.
Okay. Let's see it.
Reload.
With a crit,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
that definitely hits. Go ahead and
Fuck yeah,
roll
dude.
that
Back at
damage.
it again.
Is that the crit damage, or is that just your normal damage?
That's just regular.
Okay,
forgot to do the-
so what's
forgot
your
how to do the-
modifier normally for your crossbow?
Plus 2.
Plus-
oh, it's
Yeah, so
1d8 plus 2.
1d8
18
plus 2.
damage.
Okay, so yeah, it'd be 8, so 16. Yeah, 18 damage total. And as it strikes, it definitely makes contact, but just like before, this isn't a magical crossbow, is it?
No.
Okay.
My
Still a solid strike even without that, but it's hard to make purchase on an incorporeal formed creature. But this creature's not looking good. It's all but struggling to maintain form.
Alright, I think that's all I got. So oh wait, can I still do the rest of my movement?
Yeah, absolutely. As long as you still have movement, you can always move.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna just move back to where I was.
Okay. Back to the top of the round, Tim.
Fuck outta here.
We are back to you. What would you like to do, sir?
All right. What's my range? 20. I will.
You're 105 from it now, for what it's worth.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. That works because then I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. I have 120 feet, so I'm going to go for that then.
Okay.
If they ain't gotta move, fuck it, right?
Smoke him if you got him. Let's see the
Smoke 'em if
scorching
I got
rays.
'em.
Just lazily blasting from afar.
All right, so I got.
So I pulled out my blaster.
Make a range spell for each ray. So
Yes.
1, 2,
So 13 does not hit. 19 hits.
3.
And a 26 hits. So go ahead and roll on 2 of them.
That's the first,
Okay.
and that's the second.
Nice.
How would you like to do this?
Woo!
So what's it called? I'll
So I started blasting.
just give me a moment. And then what I'll do is I'll get down prone on the ground, and I'll just like twist my eye and just like take my wand and just go.
In this near comical, sniper position, you watch as your companion from the far side of the hallway fires 3 rays of fire like little sniper bullets across the hallway. The first missing just off center off of the core of this creature. The next 2 as he focuses down, striking dead center into the core of this creature as it ignites in flame like a dust devil ignited by a matchstick, as it is enveloped in heat and completely vaporized at the opposite end of the hallway. And we are out of initiative.
Stand up and dust myself off. Hope nobody saw. There's I'm gonna go in here. There's a summoning circle, right?
Yes. As you walk into this room, the few things that you see, of course, the summoning circle, which now the light as these 2 creatures have exited is all but diminished. Whatever latent energy and magical effect was left on this circle has all but diminished. But what you do see that catches your eye is a large pile of dust, seemingly in chunks of fabric, all but burned away and stripped away from what was likely the remains of the summoner. As you smell
Yikes.
what can only be described as a burning corpse over many, many years. But what you also notice is that there are 2 objects that are seemingly undisturbed, a bit dirty and covered in soot, but not destroyed. The first of which is a beautiful pair of boots.
Oh.
Ooh.
Second of which is an equally beautiful pair of gloves, intricately embroidered with runes and things of that nature. And although they look to be made of leather, they are not scorched or burned or slashed in any way. They just simply rest within the pile of dust that was the summoner. This pile of dust directly in front of this archway of stone.
Pick them up, shake them off. Can I do some sort of, I'm not proficient in Arcana, but could I do some sort of check, see if I can, if it's obvious enough what it is?
You can certainly investigate the objects, but to tell if there's any type of latent magic to them would require, some proper training in the subject.
Okay, I'll just do what I can
Sure.
find out with a 6 and 6, so a 12 on investigation.
Fortunately, with a 12, they look really nice, and you notice that there's no damage to them. You would expect these things to just be a pile of ash like this body, but they are not. So what you gather is that there's something unique about these keeping them together, despite the fact that they've been locked in a room with 2 angry elementals for over a decade.
I will walk out holding them up and gesture way down the hall at Tim and say, "Hey, I found these magic boots."
Also, you have the gloves in there as well.
Yeah, walk out with both of them, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so distracted by the boots. And see, I just see if I can get Tim to come down here. I can't tell. I know they're magic, but I don't know why. I have magic boots and magic gloves, and I need you to come look at them because I don't know shit about shit.
Oh, are these they? I will take a quick looky, Lou.
Okay.
All right. Do I have anything that like lets me do it? I don't know if I have identify. I don't think I do.
I think you and maybe Cedric, but probably only you are the only person who could really like inspect with magical knowledge.
Makes sense. Can I do it like an Arcana check on it then? If that's because I don't think I have anything else.
Yeah, you can certainly look at both of them. Go ahead and give me 2 separate Arcana checks. First for the boots, and then second for the gloves.
Gotcha. That's for the gloves.
Okay.
And that's for the boots.
Nice.
The gloves, you definitely recognize what these are. You've seen them multiple times with arcane crafters now throughout the academy. You are quite familiar with these. You've seen them many, many times now. These are what's called living gloves. And with that high roll, you can recognize that they are specific to intricate handwork, meaning they are specific to, mechanically speaking, sleight of hand. So, mechanically speaking, these are living gloves of sleight of hand.
That sounds useful. Yeah.
As for the boots, you've not seen these as much, but you've seen boots like them. And given the runic symbols that are sort of stitched in and engraved across some of the buckles and things of that nature, you get the sense that this has some sort of movement augmentation placed upon them, some sort of charm that augments movement.
I mean, like, is it just we just know it augments movement? Like, there's nothing else.
That's what you get from a 15.
Okay.
As you rolled a little bit higher, you know, he might have known more. With the 27, yeah, you're fairly certain what the gloves are, but not quite so much the boots. Without a specific spell to fully identify them.
Can we slide these things on? Can I try and like do some laps and maybe try some high jumps?
With the boots?
Yeah.
Yeah, you slide them on. You feel that there's definitely something here, but it would take you some time to get to know what that is. Mechanically speaking, you would need to attune to these items.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say like, just test them out, but yeah, that makes yeah, okay. I think I'm just gonna give him back to Georgio and tell him just I guess let him do them what he wants.
The same as the same for the gloves as well. They do require attunement.
Yes.
I don't think I don't think Georgio would know what living gloves are, or similar what the boots are. Would you explain that to me, Tim?
You're muted.
Damn it. Yes, I explained.
Okay. Okay. What living gloves are just you just attune to them and then you get.
Mechanically speaking, the living gloves, the way Tim describes it to you in more detail, is the living gloves are a symbiotic item that they bind to your skin and give you they give you expertise in sleight of hand.
Interesting.
So they give you double your proficiency bonus.
Oh.
I don't know if I would be comfortable with having magically bonded items to my skin. I'm not a I'm not getting chromed up here.
Yeah. Not getting Come on, June, we're going even.
As this is explained in more detail to us, I'm not gonna lie as well. I start feeling my head throb, and I feel some pain, just through the idea of stealing things.
Oh right.
So
That
yeah,
makes
I'm just
sense.
gonna I'm gonna put some strain on myself and let everybody know that I'm not too comfortable with these gloves.
Yeah. So we know the boots are magical and do something. The gloves would bond to our skin. I think that I would expect the boots to do the same thing, and so I don't think I would want them either.
Yeah, can you I heard I kind of heard Havoc because there's someone in here that kind of distracted me from something. Spud. What can you just reiterate, I know that we don't fully know what the boosts do, but you said it was something like some type of it does something with movement.
You can tell based on the runes that you see that this has some sort of augmentation to the movement of the wearer.
Got it. Okay.
And you would notice, having experienced living gloves, these don't remind you of that.
They seem to be two totally separate.
Yeah.
They necessarily don't have anything to do with one or the other. Got it. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And with that high roll of Arcana, you would know that living gloves are very specific to mages of the Academy that specialize in fine detail crafting, things of that nature, that require very minute control of the and dexterous control to create certain items. That's why they choose to wear these gloves that bind directly to the skin as if like a secondary layer, while still augmenting their natural abilities.
Yeah, I would go probably on the same limb that if I don't know, they may bind also, but yeah, okay, interesting.
I mean, am I wearing socks? Do people wear socks in Drakenheim?
I don't know. Do you wear socks?
That seems like a character.
I don't know. Do you commando it?
Yeah,
It's your character. I'm not gonna get that deep. I don't go that deep.
Yeah,
I have a mole on my lower left knee.
I'll put the boots on and see if I can attune to them over time. But
Okay.
not the gloves. I specifically would not wear the gloves because I don't think that I would want to do that.
Okay.
So if anybody else wants the gloves, those are up for grabs. And I'll offer them up. See if anybody
It's
says
a hard
okay.
no to me for me.
Okay.
I don't think my character. If it was my paladin, I'd be all about it because my paladin was all about thievery and shit. But let me see.
Doubles your proficiency bonus. I mean, I'm clicking on character sheets real quick. Cedric's got a
I'm
plus
gonna
6
I'm
already.
gonna actually go and like
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
thinking.
If you
Get
want,
around
Yeah,
one.
that's all you, Cedric. If you want
It's
them.
essentially expertise for free.
Yeah. So I would
Yeah,
get
yeah.
what I would get essentially plus 12 on my sleight of hand checks.
Is it plus 12 or would it be just plus 10?
It's double your proficiency bonus and then whatever your dex score is on top of that. So in this case right now it would be a plus 10.
Yeah.
If your dex is a plus 2.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I'll toss you the gloves.
as you toss them, I just quickly slide them on.
For walking.
The gloves fly in the air and he just goes
with
like
your
this.
existing
and then-
already proficient in sleight of hand, slip them in as it comes
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
Show
Anyway.
off. Can I do an investigation on the second room? Because I know that the boots and the
Oh
gloves
yeah, there are other
stopped me and
rooms.
distracted me.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, you
Or
looked
the-
in and with that
so
and
that's everything for the whole thing. Okay.
right, based on that, that's what you would gather from this entire room.
Okay. Cool. You guys want to open more doors or not?
Yeah, can I go down to this door and just like put my ear against it and see if I
I
hear
am down.
anything?
The door in the bottom left?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me just one sec here. I gotta... Yes. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
the 16. You don't hear any movement in here.
Okay. I'm gonna just like kind of creep the door open.
Okay. You open the door. Give me just a moment here. You see a similar room to what you had just explored, with another summoning circle in these two rooms. There's a pass-through in between the two of them. But what you do find in this room are some storage crates.
Can I pry them open?
You can certainly do so.
Yeah, okay. I'll pry them open, depending on what you need from that.
Okay. You find in these crates a number of various potions. Go ahead and give me an investigation check to see if you recognize some of these. You recognize one. One's
great.
definitely a very old healing potion. And then you realize, comparing it to some of the other ones, that they're likely similar, just bigger.
Likely similar, just bigger.
Right.
All right.
It takes you a good minute to look it over and like, is this the same shade of red? You have no idea initially, but you know, just kind of comparing it to what you know. Yeah, you find one regular healing potion and you find 3 greater healing potions.
Plus 3 greater? Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and chug down the regular real quick and then just walk out of the room and be like, guys, I found these 3 potions.
You also find in there a potion that's got this silvery sort of swirling opaque liquid in it, and you have no flipping clue what it is.
All right. And then I'm also going to say, and I found this really cool one too.
Passive perception 6. Do I notice that he looks noticeably healthier than before?
Are you trying to hide this, Cedric, or?
Oh yeah, no, I am chugging this down in hopes that no one else noticed that I'm just taking these potions for myself.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Edward 40 hands over here.
I'm assuming I'm not attuned quite yet.
Unless you put the gloves on. I have no idea.
I did put the gloves on.
Oh, you did put the gloves on. Not quite yet. I would say in this amount of time, not quite yet. It usually takes about...
That's fine.
With an 18, yet you don't see shit, Giorgio.
It's just in case.
Y'all looking healthy in here. What's going on?
You got this sort of glow, you know? You got that nice tan from that fire elemental.
I'm sitting at roughly half my health. Not great.
Well, that's why I have these big boys too.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Guys, I have 4 potions for us. I don't know what this one is.
Can I take a look?
You can certainly try. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Well, that's what I was asking Cedric before I did it.
Oh yeah, I have no clue what this one is.
Okay.
I sure as fuck know what that is.
You would immediately recognize this swirling liquid, and most people wouldn't notice the glittering gold, almost like like, have you ever seen the floating golden Goldschlager type, you know, essence to this? Yeah.
The major plot point from Superbad.
Yeah.
Yes. But not quite. You would recognize this as a potion of haste.
Ooh.
This is a potion of haste, sir. Very good.
I don't know what that is. And I just tell people, like, we can distribute these however we want.
Wait, I just want to make sure it's a potion of haste or a potion of speed.
Potion of speed. I'm sorry. It's the same thing. It gives you the effects of haste.
It gives you haste.
Right.
I know what that is because I have one in my backpack already.
Oh, great.
There you go. Yeah. With that discovery, is there anything else you all would like to do?
Can I check the last room that we have in this? Is this a
Or
room?
more
There's like 4 more rooms in here.
Yeah, there's that big one in the middle still, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. I'll go to the big
Well,
one.
there's 2 more in the middle actually. It's 2 separate rooms. I'm sorry.
Okay. Then I'll check on the side I'm on. Then I'll check that room.
The middle.
Yeah, in the middle.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d6, please.
Uh-oh.
Oh fuck. Can I put my ear to the door first?
Yeah, you can go ahead and put your ear to the door. Give me a perception check.
30-20?
Okay. Go ahead and roll me 2 d6s and take the higher one.
Okay.
That sounds better.
That's not 2.
Okay.
Why the order a 2?
Wow.
You got a 1 and a 2? Okay, well, we'll take the 2.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't quite hear anything in here. You're fairly certain there's nothing moving in here. And you don't sense anything arcane moving about in here or attempting to conceal itself.
But
what I
the
thought
ear
the
was about to get
last time,
sucked through the door. Like if you got one. Like...
Okay. Well, that's gonna be fun. All right. Then let's see what we got.
Okay. Give me just a moment here. You walk in, and you pretty much immediately recognize the room that you walk into. It looks like some sort of lecture hall, study room. You see papers and various reagents and all sorts of stuff scattered about. And on the far left side of the room, you see these 2 stone pillars on either side, about 10, 12 feet apart, connected with this sort of arcane, arcing energy. That kind of spreads into this thin space that you've seen before, Tim. It's a form of it's a form of illusion magic, but it's utilized as a form of display, almost like a moving picture.
Magic TV.
Pretty much.
These mages. Always with the fucking semantics.
You saw another one, but this one in the other larger room was not active. This one seems to be active, but it is very dim.
Okay. Can I like look around? Is there like I guess do
Sure.
like this investigation to see if there might be anything interesting in this room that might pique my interest?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
24.
24. You look through some of the notes, and there's nothing of significant value, but you do notice that there are some notes, and then you look at the dates, because the notes refer to octarine-colored crystals, but the dates are far into the past, before the fall of the meteor.
Interesting.
So you find that odd, having looked at the date and then also looking at what it's referring to in the context of the notes. And you look at the class information and the specific name of the individual that's you go up to the lectern up at the top, and you see a name posted there. The name is, just a moment here.
Professor Bonnet.
No. No. Sec here. Find it. Wish they would. Should have written it down. Here we go. You see the name Adriana Modiera. You recognize that name immediately. That was the former Archmage of Drakenheim at the time when the meteor fell.
Gasp.
Interesting.
So you get the idea that this individual was likely teaching this class. and perhaps was discussing something that sounds an awful lot like delirium, but it is never specifically called that in any of these notes.
Got it. Okay. Noted.
Is there anything else you would like to look at while you are here?
I guess the last thing is like, can I like tell like what the image is? Even though you says dim, like can I tell like what it's supposed to be of?
It's currently very staticky, but you see what looks like some sort of clockwork mechanism.
Can I bang on the side of it like a TV?
Go right ahead.
What do you want? What do I want to roll?
Oh, you want? I hadn't planned on it, but
Oh,
go ahead and give me. Give me a sleight of hand check, just for shits and giggles. Let's see how this goes. A 13. It just gets more staticky.
Damn it. I'm never good at this thing.
Can he move around the little ears on top of it to try to get a better signal?
You instinctively go to reach for antennas, but there's nothing there. And you all are watching from the door going, what the fuck is Tim doing?
Robots.
But you definitely see something that looks like some sort of clockwork mechanism, but you can't make it out. It's way too dim and way too staticky.
Okay. Then I'm good in this room then.
Okay.
I'm over at the other door.
Which one in particular? I'm sorry.
I'm standing right next.
Oh, you're standing next to it. I'm sorry. Yeah, the one on the other side.
I will kick it open. and
Okay.
back.
Oh,
Roll me a
all right.
d6.
3.
A 3. You kick the door open and you see another lecture hall.
Oh, okay.
Very similar to the one that Tim was just looking at. In fact, just almost near identical, other than the source material that you see in or in and around this lectern on the opposite side. Give me just a moment here. Is not moving at all. It is completely dim and non-functional. But you see what looks like various parts and pieces spread about. What looks like bits and bobs, smaller constructs of sorts being put together, but nothing that looks to be fully complete.
Okay. And is that what I get on a thorough investigation check, or should I roll for that?
Yeah, if you want to look closer.
I rolled a 12 for a more in an attempt to investigate more thoroughly.
Unfortunately, yeah, you look around and it's not much more than what you see just at a quick glance. You see the name of another lectern up at the top. Gloria fungi.
He's a fun guy.
Okay, I'll make a note of the name, I guess, and then
Okay.
and then leave.
Okay.
I guess the other thing I was gonna ask is I was gonna investigate this glowing on the floor here, or anything else.
That's kind of spooky.
Yeah, there's
On this room here.
Yeah, there's I think if I'm not mistaken, I feel like there's a glowing coming out from under the door or something along those lines.
Sure. Go ahead and give me. You can give me a perception or an investigation check, your choice.
Where? Where's my perception? I'm gonna go with that.
With a 21, you lean down to look at this glowing light that's just filtering under the bottom of this door. And you hear this churning and bubbling coming from the other side of the door.
Hey. I'm gonna call out and I'm gonna call out and at least tell like Cedric and Georgio like that. Yeah, I heard this bubbling and shit, and then I'm gonna try and kick open the door when they've kind of come over and gotten a bit closer.
Okay.
I won't be coming any closer, by the way.
Okay, yeah,
I
okay.
heard-
So
I heard
Georgio's not
you,
coming.
but
I
I've
see
been-
Cedric's
I'm
got some
looking
backup.
around at
I'm
some-
gonna kick the
at the
door open.
bookshelves.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch him on the back and just say, "You got this, guy," and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cast guidance just for anything that could fucking happen.
Just in case.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah, just in case guidance.
You kick open the door, and as soon as that seal is broken, I need Chugrulk and I need Cedric. I need a Constitution saving throw. As a plume of some sort of noxious gas hits you both in the face.
Wait,
Fuck,
I
dude.
got anything to reroll that? I think I might. 1 second.
If you still have your Indomitable charges,
I've got lucky, I think.
and you have Lucky,
what
yeah,
else?
you can re-roll
Yeah.
that.
I might use Indomitable just for this. because
Yeah,
it's
either
the same
or.
specifically,
It functions the
yeah.
same way.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, you both succeed, but you still take... You're not poisoned. You both take 7 poison damage as the cloud hits you both in the face. As you look inside, as this noxious gas begins to pour out into the hallway. From what looks like some sort of cracked cauldron or pit in the center of the floor.
I'm gonna call out and say "Good call, Georgio," and then kind of start backing away.
Yeah, it is a foul scent that is coming off of this pool of liquid that was left in here and pressurized behind the
I'm gonna,
door.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way to like in this direction at least, as far as I can, like kind of roughly.
Okay.
There. And then just kind of, I think that was my like I'm now low-key afraid to investigate any further.
Okay.
I didn't realize I muted it. Oops. Is there doors on this section? You got it blocked off, but I can't. It doesn't-
Yeah, I'll show you where the remaining doors are. Give me just a moment here.
I would assume that there's 2 here, but this one I can't tell.
Yes. Hold on one moment. Sorry. There is 4 more doors. There is one directly in front of you. There's one directly in front of Cedric. There's one here, and another one right here.
I think we're just gonna open all the doors by the sound of it. It just depends on how
It's up to y'all.
gingerly we want to be about it. I'll open this door. I'm just gonna like slowly push it, really kind of taking big whiff of air to see if it's smelly at all.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
You gotta walk.
Or that's persuasion. Sorry. It'd be a +3 instead. So 15.
A 15?
Yeah.
You don't catch the whiff of anything noxious. You don't hear anything bubbling or hissing or anything like that. You don't hear anything moving. You see another one of these sort of pits, but a little bit smaller and caged off. Very similar to the other one, perhaps used for some sort of arcane or alchemical mixtures, kind of built into the stone floor. But you see it, and it's got residue in it, but there's nothing that you catch it with significance unless you want to look a little bit deeper at it.
I really don't.
Okay.
I
But that's all
really
you see
don't
with
want it.
at a glance as you peek into the room.
Yeah, I'm just gonna close the door and say nothing in there.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll go up to the one for this big section at the top.
Okay.
Is it 1 section or 2 sections?
There's 2 separate doors with a wall in between. They're
I'm gonna check the other one.
The close side.
Okay. You can both give me a perception check, or you can just kick the doors in. It's your choice.
I've had no problems kicking doors in so far. I don't see anything.
I do lack the strength, so I will not be doing that.
I'm not seeing anything glowing from under this door, so I'm not wary of anything. So I will kick this one, and I
3,
will
2, 1,
step back.
kick.
Okay. Roll me a d6, Giorgio.
4.
4. You kick the door open, and you see a 4 separate pedestals of different colors, seemingly representing with different glyphs on the top of them. With a slight dim light, they seem to be some sort of enchantment device. For what ends, you have no idea, but it seems like some sort of enchantment device. You've seen a handful of these being used by various mages, some smaller, some larger. This is probably one of the largest ones you've ever seen. Let me go ahead and reveal what you see here, as well as various reagents stored in crates off to the left-hand side, barrels of various liquids, solvents, things of that nature in some of the closets, and this enchantment apparatus in the room.
Anything that looks nifty enough to take?
Give me an investigation check.
That's going to be a 15.
With a 15, you find a few bags of various loose coinage, as well as a small diamond.
All that goes in my pockets. Cool.
Okay. You find it's about 60-ish gold worth of loose coinage, likely used for material costs. Likewise with the diamond. Tim, are you opening this door?
I want to try to be cool, like Giorgio. I want to try to kick the door, even though I lack the strength.
Okay. First, give me a strength check.
Roll 20, bro.
A 5, of course.
That's not.
You kick the door as hard as possible, and it does not move at all. In fact, you almost stub your toe doing it. If your toe had
vibrates.
nerves, yeah, it kind of vibrates up your leg up to your hip. And then as you kick it you kick it again in frustration, and you realize that it doesn't open inwards; it slides outwards.
Oh my god.
Christ, that would. Okay.
But roll me a d6, please.
Okay. A 5.
A 5. You see that this is like a smaller version of said enchantment device. There's only a singular pedestal in this room, but similar, there's storage containers off to the right-hand side of various ingredients, alchemical reagents, solvents, the same sort of deal, as well as a handful of tables and chairs, people likely researching various reactions to different components.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll just look around, I'll snoop around, do the same thing, investigate, see if there's anything I can useful that I can pocket for myself, any reagents or anything like that that might be useful.
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
15.
15. You also find some loose coinage, same sort of thing, and you find a sapphire.
Ooh. Oh yeah. You said it was like what, 50 or 60?
In this particular case, yeah, go ahead and roll me a d12.
Oh, interesting. That is going to be nope, that's 100. A 10.
A 10. You find 110 in loose coinage.
Holy shit. Okay, cool. You said a sapphire. Cool. I'll
Yeah.
pocket that too.
Yeah, a small sapphire.
Cool.
How much is the diamond worth, did you say?
It's a small diamond. It's approximately worth like probably about 500 gold.
Okay.
Is what a typical diamond is worth. A cut diamond.
Yeah.
Your average spell crafting material or spell material that would be used for things like revivify. I think there's a handful of other ones that utilize a diamond or diamond dust. It usually requires about 500 gold worth of diamond or diamond dust. So that's what you would typically find in this situation.
Okay, I went to add it.
Sure.
On my character sheet, and the default thing said worth 5,000 gold pieces, and I was like, that's probably not right.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask
Yeah,
too, because
500
Sapphire they have like 5,000 for like yellow
Right.
star.
A sapphire is slightly less than a diamond. It's probably worth about 300.
300.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going off of what the basic material cost is for certain spells. Given that this is a mage's tower, and a diamond is of typical value of 500.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense. It's cool.
That's why you
Alright,
would have
I'll
it for
just
enchantment or
remember.
things of that nature. All right. There's one more remaining room. It's up to you guys.
Isn't that the one we said that we weren't gonna do?
No, that was the one that you guys kicked open and it was full of noxious gas.
Yeah. If there's no visible glowing, I'll go and I'll kick another door. I don't care.
I'll back y'all up, but I'm not opening it.
You
The
kick
top
open another door here. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
Another 4.
A 4. In this particular instance, it looks like another summoning circle of some kind or some sort of teleportation apparatus in this instance. If you want to research further, you're welcome to do so.
Nat 1.
And that one, you have no clue. You see absolutely
No
nothing. It looks like salt on the ground.
Okay. Cool. So that's all the rooms. Should we go up the stairs?
I'm sorry, you said it looks like salt on the ground?
Salt or some sort of chalk material to make up the circle.
Some dusty
And
white.
is there anyone
It's just a
inside
summoning
the circle?
No, you see various pieces of wax as well as salt and some sort of chalky material utilized to draw the circle, but you don't see any type of other material within the circle. There's a bit of ash of some kind. If you want to take a closer look, you're welcome to.
Yes,
Okay.
I do. I'm just generally curious.
Okay.
But I think I might know what this summoning circle was used for, and I just want to go ahead and confirm if that's the case.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an investigation or an arcana.
Could I do any other rolls? Perhaps a sleight of hand.
No. No.
All right, I'll take a 15.
15. Likely this was some kind of summoning of extraplanar beings, but you're not 100% certain. You've seen similar things done in the church, but on very rare occasions, and usually utilized in the opposite effect to remove a creature of extraplanar origin.
I'm just gonna leave the room and just say that was for vampires. And
Oh no, like I already understood that. I did my own investigation, so I've already made that determination as well.
100% vampires.
That's what my nod is for.
Georgio's smart.
All right.
He just saw it and said, "Yep." I'm gonna close the door too.
Okay.
Leave.
So are we ready to move? I don't know if we should linger.
Yeah,
we should probably move on.
I'm gonna give the potion of haste to Chugrulk, and then give the other 2 potion of healing to Georgio and Tim, and keep 1 for myself. Greater potion of healing.
Okay.
Homie's here on the lowest health and doesn't get a potion. No worries. No, I'm joking.
I just think you can benefit the most from this haste potion, probably.
Yeah, no. How do I add that? Just throw it into my inventory. Management.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, manage.
Yep.
If you search healing, just look for one that says healing, and there should be
I
a
got haste.
yeah, there
Yeah,
should
he
be a
gets
sub.
haste, yeah.
Oh, haste.
I
Or
was
it's a
act-
potion of speed is what it's under.
Oh, potion
Oh.
of right.
I'm actually, because I already have a greater potion of healing with me, I will take this one now. So it's going to be 3 and 1.
And it was just one of those
And
potions of
one.
speed, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one.
Just
and
one.
God damn it.
Spudley, do you need a potion right now? Because I already have 2 greater potions on me, so you can take the one that
I'm only on 57 and like I'm okay. Like I'm looking
he's
like
got more
I'm
health than
looking
any of us.
healthy. Yeah, like I'm
More
looking
health than
healthy,
any
but
of us
I'm just
have.
I was just making a meme because I was like kind of like I was like, bro, I just like he's handing out potions to everyone else. I'm like,
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm like crawling on the ground. Are you serious on that? That's what crap rolls, dude.
Whatever.
That's but no,
Yikes.
yeah, I'm looking okay. Like I'm you know, especially for a gladiator, like I'm happy for to kind of keep on going.
Did somebody say they were trying to attune to the gloves and/or the boots?
I
I'm wearing boots.
was doing gloves.
Okay. I would say in the time that you spent here, probably 30 minutes to 45 minutes, you're beginning to become more certain of what these items are as you begin to focus and become more comfortable with them. The one you're very certain of, the gloves are very much living gloves of sleight of hand. The boots, I believe Chugrulk, you were wearing the boots.
Yeah.
No,
it's
Giorgio.
me.
I gave him
Giorgio,
that.
I'm sorry. Giorgio, you feel like there's a lightness in your step as you begin to step a little bit
Do they feel
quicker
like
as
they're-
you're not stepping up off the ground, if that's what you're getting at. No.
No. I was gonna say, do they feel like they are merging through my socks into my legs?
No, they are
Okay,
not.
cool. Yeah. Okay.
They're definitely bound to
socks.
you magically, but they're not bound to you physically.
Okay.
Not like the gloves. But you begin to feel the arcane effects of these boots. You can add the boots of speed to your items list.
Boots of speed.
Oh, that's fucking rad. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's
basically,
awesome for you.
as a bonus action, you can double your
item.
you can double your movement speed.
Well,
Okay. Boots of speed. Bonus action to click the boots' heels together.
Hell yeah.
All right, Dorothy, let's fucking go. Okay.
Oh, that's sick.
they're like
Just
they're ominously like sparkling red as well.
Yeah.
They come included with striped black and white socks.
That's
They've
what
suddenly
Dennis
become
Fox was
ruby
already
red.
wearing.
Am I fully attuned at this point?
Yeah, I would say
Okay,
you'd be
cool.
fully attuned at this point.
Can I remove them?
If you take time to unattune from them, yeah.
Okay, but it's
But they're not bound to your flesh, no.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you said they magically, and I,
Like
bound
any
by
other
flesh.
attuned item,
With-
they become bound to you magically, but they can
Yeah,
be
okay, that's
removed.
That's fantastic.
The living gloves require a bit more effort to remove.
They go under your fingernails.
Yeah.
Ew. Ew.
That's cool though, because
Yeah.
I think
Cedric, you feel the gloves. It's almost like just a thin, like almost like a paper layer. You can definitely tell there's gloves there, but when you go to grab something, like you go to grab the hilt of your axe, it very much doesn't feel like any type of resistance or any type of loss of feeling. You can feel like the nerve endings on the end of your fingertips, like the various intricate grip of your axe handle or your mace handle, just like you would normally.
Gross.
In fact, you feel almost like you can feel more detail in the things that you're used to holding.
Can I-
Like you
I'm
feel
sorry,
their
but can I-
fingertips
can-
feel more precise. Yeah, go ahead. I'm
Can we
sorry.
all just say it? It's got to be said. It feels like you're wearing nothing at all. You know.
Nothing at all.
Mean, let's,
Nothing at all.
Oh,
As soon as
That's
he was
great.
like, I was so
Oh.
trying not to, but like,
Oh, guys, I think I'm done for the day. Good night.
It's the love gloves.
love. Oh my god.
Party in Johnny's room.
Unofficially, the love gloves. Anyway, moving on.
Love gloves.
Moving on. What would you guys like to do?
I would like to get the fuck
Climb
out of
these
here.
stairs,
Yeah, these are stairs going up.
There are stairs on all four corners of this tower, and then there's of
I say we
course
split up.
the.
Each person take one.
Okay.
Let's split up, gang.
Let's split up the party. Because that totally works every time.
That's it. There's like, is any of them actually? I will ask a serious question. Can we investigate to see if there's any like staircases that look like broken up above us, or like is there any like are they all good to go, or is there any
Where they
Um,
lead, or
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
can we check them? Yeah, I'm gonna perception. Wow.
They all look like stairs.
Yep.
Those stairs do be staring.
Some
Just
are a little
like, I
bit
give
darker
them
than
a-
others, but they
Yeah.
they be staring.
I smack the stairs on the side, and I'm like, they look good.
That's a good stare.
Yeah.
That's a good stare right there.
solid stone.
This granite?
Yeah.
Fancy.
No, yeah, I guess we just climb this one.
Okay. So you're taking the stairs.
Let's move. Do not like getting zapped.
Okay. You begin to head up the stairs. It is not the steepest staircase that you've seen, but it does begin to spiral up. And as you come to the next level, you notice that this next floor is just ramshackle, torn to pieces. It is a mess here, like to the point where you can't even pass through. It has a similar layout of hallways to the floor you just left, but it is nigh impossible to move through. It's like part of the floor above it caved in and fell through. You don't see any way of passing through in either direction, going south or going to the east in this particular instance. As you head to this next floor.
Keep on climbing, I guess. It's a question, I guess, to everyone.
that sounds fine to me. I guess. Keep on
Yeah.
climbing, baby.
I think we just keep going until we see a floor that potentially we could check out.
Keep on climbing.
You keep on heading up these stairs. You notice that several floors, almost like 5 or 6 of these floors, have caved in from some sort of intense impact. As you're heading up through, as if just the structure in the center has given out and caved down through, almost caving down through more of the research levels, continuing to climb and climb and climb upwards before you begin to hear the movement of air coming towards this staircase. And you get this scent of fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as fresh as it can be in
I was
Drakenheim.
about to say.
Yeah, I was gonna
We're
say.
pretty high up, right? I mean,
You're pretty high up, but you also are
in
in an area where that got struck by a meteor full of delirium.
Yeah.
And as you begin to head through, you hear what's definitely sounds like the movement of air, like currents of air moving down through the staircase. And as you're heading up, you head up probably 50, 60 flights of stairs, beginning to get a bit winded before you come up to this final area, and you look up as you enter this staircase into one of the strangest locations you've ever seen. As you look up, several hundred feet straight up, on all sides are rows and shelves of books and scrolls and levels upon levels of a massive library.
Hell yeah.
And moving about through the center portion of the majority of this open atrium, going up nearly 400 feet into the air before ending in this cascading arcane storm of energy crackling above your heads, you now realize where you stand. You are at the lowest point of what looks like a massive magical library. And up at its near center apex point, about 2/3 of the way up of this space, you see the area where the meteor passed directly through the tower. And as a visual reference, I'll go ahead and pull that up again, just so everyone at home knows what I'm referring to here.
Sheesh.
You are at the lowest point of the library levels. Tim, you recognize this almost immediately, as there are similar sort of locations among the various mage-occupied strongholds of the Amethyst Academy across the entire continent. Various ones. They all have different sort of designs, interpretations, architecture, but they all contain similar things, requirements for these various mages and studies. This one just seems to take a more vertical structure and architecture. What you also see, there are various floating platforms moving throughout center sections of this library, and connecting these various vertically moving platforms, you see various staircases connecting. As these platforms move and detach from these staircases, the staircases turn and move to connect to another, and this dance of chaos continues to move about throughout this whole ordeal. My best description of it is, if you've seen the grand staircase, like from the Harry Potter movies, it's very much like that.
I was thinking that too.
That does seem like a cool,
twisting around, making different.
Yeah.
Patterns. Okay.
No sense in trying to dance around that comparison. It's very much like that, except you see the platforms, unlike these stationary platforms, these themselves hover up and down and move periodically to raise and lower and then connect.
Like elevators, kind of?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah. I get.
And then all along the walls from top to bottom, you see just 50-foot high bookshelves loaded to the brim with arcane knowledge spanning back centuries, if not millennia. Probably one of the greatest wealths of knowledge in general in the entire continent rests within this location.
So the spinning staircase stuff, that's like part of the library, right?
Yeah.
It's like connecting you to different platforms to get to different levels of the library. Can we see, because where we are, we're in the open air, right? Because
right.
The top of the library is exploded.
Well, about halfway through the library is exploded. There's a level that goes above this crackling storm of energy, where the top part of the tower is floating in defiance of gravity.
Yeah, so where we can see, basically, we could use these spinning staircase things like to get to the top of what is connected to the bottom half of the tower, but then from there up, the only thing is this arcane energy, or do the staircases continue up all the way into the top part?
Where you see the damage to the tower,
the
staircases are just blown out and gone.
Okay.
There is a definite gap of like about 80 feet between the lower portion of the tower and the portion that is floating above it.
Okay, and so there presumably would have been stairs that continued up that way, but
originally
that's all have been destroyed with the chunk of the tower that's missing. Okay.
Right, like you see in this image, there are no stairs connecting the upper and lower portion of the. It's either crumbled down to the ground level or it's floating around the tower in suspended animation from this chaos of energy holding it in place.
Okay. And you said about 80 feet, I can tell from here.
Yeah, the gap is about 80 feet.
Okay. Cool.
You can definitely tell there's more in the upper portion of the tower that's still suspended. In fact, I have a flattened version, but a version nonetheless of what you are looking at from down below.
Nice.
looks really cool, actually.
Yeah, that looks sick.
Oh wow, yeah, this looks fucking rad. Holy shit.
And we're still in the top corner then.
Yeah, you'd be in this top
Top left.
left corner, yes. So if you want to drop your tokens on there, you can, just as a visual representation here. Let me move these guys around here, so everyone else can see what we're looking at here. These circular platforms that you see connecting all of these circular platforms and stairs are periodically in movement, and there is debris everywhere in here. You can definitely tell those bookshelves that were all along the walls of these structures have just been blown out, and there's scrap paper everywhere. There is scrolls torn, furniture blasted open, whole furniture just floating in the ether of this structure. And Tim, you're the only one that's proficient in Arcana, correct?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
27.
The 27. As you step onto this first level and begin to perceive this chaos, this elemental swirling torrent of energy from the blast and the destruction of this ancient stronghold, you get the feeling that the mixture of magic here is uneven but somewhat predictable. You get this feeling that whereas normally your body is quite heavy physically, in this space you feel infinitely lighter. And as you scan about this area and you begin to step out onto this marble floor, and you all watch as this instinctively sort of happens, Tim, you step out and each one of your steps are elongated, and your stride slowly turns into a step that would otherwise return to terra firma, and yet you don't. You step, and you step, and you step, and suddenly you find yourself floating out and hovering in this chaos of magic. And you get a sense that the perception and the understanding of arcana and intellectual pursuits are giving you an otherworldly movement here. Mechanically speaking, with that high arcana roll, for every, you have a 10-foot flying speed for every +1 you have to your intelligence right now, with a minimum of 20.
All of us or just him?
Muted.
All of you.
That is
God damn it. I said, I'm sorry, what? So now we get +2 to end?
So no, you have a fly speed here in this space while you remain in the library section of this building.
Oh.
You have a 10-foot flying speed for, so basically you having, I believe, a +4 to your intelligence.
Yes.
You would have a 40-foot flying speed in this area.
Holy shit.
Now, what happens if I have a -2?
You have a minimum of 20 feet.
Thank
So
you.
you can
That's
fly
so
here, but
sick.
you move significantly slower because it's harder for
Okay.
you to perceive what's going on here.
Sure. Thank you.
Wait, was that your int roll? Like, sorry, is that your int?
So yeah, what is your intelligence modifier?
-2, yeah.
-2. Yeah, so you would have a 20-foot flying speed
My
here.
speed.
And I've got +2,
I'm
which is
so
20 foot
glad-
flying speed.
Right,
Oh
with a
my
minimum
God.
of, yeah.
I'm so glad this
I
has all
earned
been
my
explained
20.
to me.
Right?
I was gonna say that doesn't seem fair.
Right. But Giorgio, you do perceive this not so much on an innate level like Tim does, but you do perceive that there is something going on here in regards to your, not so much your perception, but your understanding of location and movement within this otherwise chaotic space, that there is a pattern, that there is some sort of intent here, some sort of magical effect that is going on that was in place prior to the destruction of the tower.
Okay, cool.
So with these things being like the staircases, as you said, moving, like rotating, and like these things floating and going up and down, is there like any ability for us to know from this map, like where they are in this point in time? Like, so like we can do some maneuvering around them, or?
Yeah, go ahead and give me in this instance, give me a perception check.
Okay, because I was going to do a perception anyway, and then I had an idea of something I was going to do after, but I just wanted to get an idea of if I know where they are to begin with.
With a 12, it's hard to tell the pattern right now.
Okay.
Without specifically focusing on one point for too long. And then by then, everything else has moved. So with
Right,
the 12, you get the understanding that you would have to follow. It's hard for you to see at this distance and follow all the random patterns of all these staircases.
Okay, well, with that being said, I'm gonna give everybody a check this out, and I'm gonna aim for this one. Wait, and I'm gonna aim to spring onto this one using both performance and athletics.
Okay.
You
With
know what?
Wow,
ease.
how convenient.
Go for it.
Well, performance
Let's see it.
doesn't really do much here.
Hey, I
Other
want it
than
to be
you
a
look
show.
really
I want it
cool
to be a
doing
show.
it.
I want it to be. I said
He
like
wants, I
watch
think
this.
that's the whole point. He wants to look cool, right?
He wants to look
Yeah,
really
as you
cool.
go to run, you hear one of your companions yell, "Do a backflip," and you do one seamlessly.
I was gonna say, I was gonna be like,
Yes.
Do a barrel roll.
Yes. That's what I want.
You do this just beautiful, like, acrobatic jump across, landing effortlessly on the platform. Oops.
Let's go.
Moving through.
And now I'm low-key stuck here because I, as you said, don't have any idea of like how these things are moving really.
Yeah, as you land there, you feel like this sudden shake, and then you feel as this platform begins to raise up slowly as the staircases detach, and you all watch as Chugrulk is on this platform that's slowly beginning to rise as the staircases are at this point are just completely detached from anything floating into the ether.
I mean, it was cool.
He was cool.
it was very cool.
What?
But at this point, what would you all like to do? It will definitely take a series of intentional movements and effort to move about this chaotic space. So why don't we go ahead and give this a little skill challenge to see how fast you guys can move through. You'll definitely make it through, but we'll see how fast you can do it. Whether or not you
Okay.
lose
Time
time
trial?
moving through the... Yeah, sort
Speedrun
of.
go.
Yeah, a little,
Can you get the 3 stars?
a little chaos speed run here.
Does Chugrulk's really cool flip give us a point on that skill challenge?
Yeah, we'll say that,
Let's
That
go.
started
that capped it off. So we're going to need 5 total successes from you guys.
Mhm.
Okay.
Jesus.
That was
Christ.
one.
Okay.
Yes.
What did you use, Chugrulk?
It was,
Was it-
athletic.
Athletics.
Athletics and performance.
I think performance was just to make it look cool, but athletics was to get me here.
Yeah, athletics was more of the running jump to get to the next platform.
Mhm.
Well, get to the next platform quickly
Yeah.
Yeah.
before it moved and you ran yourself
And
into a wall.
whiffed. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it, and like completely missed the platform.
Right. Before you
Um,
muffed the landing.
Can I draw like these bookshelves are tall, right?
Yeah, the bookshelves from level to level are about 50 feet tall.
Okay, I would like to try climbing a bookshelf and then use acrobatics to jump off of it to the next platform.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an
So-
acrobatics check.
So that's going to be 11.
11 total.
11 total. Yeah, it's a 5 and 6.
You step up quickly, and with your inherent athletics, you're able to step up these bookshelves very quickly. And as you kind of, lean back and sort of rappel off of this, you don't quite get the timing right. And right as you're trying to grab towards one of the platforms, another staircase swings in front of you, and you smack
Oh.
right into the side of it. And you
Oh,
take,
sorry, guys.
you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And you find yourself
Fuck.
spinning in the ether for a few seconds.
Okay. Ouch.
So that is 1 failure.
Yeah, sorry.
Great.
Did my best.
Great.
We'd like to go next.
The attitude on.
I'll go.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna try to go where Chugrulk is.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. So actually, no, he's really no. Actually, I just realized that's really far. Never mind, I can't make it that far.
Yo,
Yeah,
You
wait,
do
how'd
have-
you get that far?
You do
I
have
just did a
40
jump
feet of
from this
flying
one.
speed in this area.
yeah. I tried to jump. I jumped
10,
from that one.
15, 20,
but
25, 30,
I figured the flying would help.
No, yeah, that's why, because it's like that's more than 40. That's why I was just like trying to figure out. I'm like, what the fuck? All right, yeah. So I'm gonna. If you ever saw Wanted, I'm gonna like go like to like the end, like here. I'm gonna like crouch down against like the wall and like put my foot against it, and then I'm just gonna try to run and just try to do acrobatics and just like try to go.
Okay.
And make it just go for it.
Okay. Where are you trying to land specifically?
15, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll try to land dead center here just to do that.
Okay. Go ahead. It's pretty close, so this won't be a real high DC. But go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
Well, I'm not trying to do anything crazy here.
Yeah.
13.
The 13? Yeah, you are able to land relatively easily with that distance.
Okay, I'll take it.
So you're getting your sea legs, and you're getting more comfortable with the fact that you have more movement than you're normally used to. But that's 2 successes. Who'd like to go next?
I guess I will.
Okay.
One of us. One of us.
I'm gonna attempt to, in my hubris, completely jump over Tim and land on the floating platform that's just past him.
The one that Chugrulk's on, or the one that's southeast?
The one that's just a little southeast or southwest of him. It's not allowing me to ping for some reason.
Okay.
But,
the circular
yeah.
one here. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I'll ping it.
southeast of Tim, southwest of Chugrulk.
Right
Yeah.
there. Okay. That one is a little bit higher up, so this will be a higher DC.
You got it.
Okay. Go ahead and let's see it.
Oh,
You're using acrobatics?
I was using athletics.
Okay, athletics. Well, with a 7,
Ooh,
unfortunately, you completely airball this one as you go to jump towards it. And as you're reaching forward about halfway through, you're like, this is not happening. As you just airman into nothing as the platform is rising up above you. And you almost, you're able to duck out of the way before you hit Georgio in the process.
Oh my god.
As you end up not far from beside him, as you continue to move forward, your momentum carrying you into the center of this floating area, and you feel yourself almost beginning to get sick from, going ass over tea kettle into the center of the room.
This is hard, huh,
one-
guys? Whew.
This one is east of me, like the square one. Now that I've moved up, is that anywhere near my like level or plane, or is it like below? Is it sort of,
Which
like,
one in
above?
particular?
So the one to the very right.
That one is a little bit, let me double check this. That one is a little bit below your current elevation.
Okay. And the
Yeah, it's
one
probably
that's,
about 20 or
south
30
of
feet
me is-
below you. The one south of you
above
is
me then.
probably about 15 feet below you, but it is beginning to
below.
detach from the platform that you're at.
Right.
I wish I could move
Um,
these platforms around. That's the
no, no,
one
no.
bad
Yeah.
thing. It's because then I would just intentionally move them around.
Can I? So if there is, I guess like my other thing would be, can I see which one? Is there any that are like quite clearly like now that I've been here for a second that I know is like I guess the next point to go up from where I am?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check. We'll make this your next roll.
Yep. And I never find anything though. Oh, there we go. Oh my.
He ain't see shit.
Can't figure
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah, that's
That's 3 failures?
Yeah, that's 3, and it's technically 4 because that was a 1.
yeah.
The one you look over, you're still having trouble following the pattern as you're looking over. One more failure, and you guys are gonna lose time going up the levels.
Okay, I've got an idea that's cool.
I got an idea.
It's two checks here for me because I'm floating in the middle of nothing, right?
Okay.
Perception to see the spinning staircases.
Okay.
And then athletics to try and catch one and use the spinning momentum to fling myself up, or it might be
Propel
acrobatics,
yourself.
one of the two. Just to use that to fling myself up to get to where Chugrulk is.
Okay. So go ahead and
Okay,
roll
perception first.
perception to see if you can see the pattern.
That's going to be an 18.
An 18, you definitely can tell that these staircases that are moving, as you point out this pattern to the group, as this side rises, this side is falling and vice versa.
Okay.
As the left falls, the right rises, and then as it reaches a certain apex to the next level, it then begins to return the other way.
Okay.
Is the general pattern in this location.
Okay. And so knowing that, I'm going to catch some stairs and see if I can flip up.
Sure, and you can do so with
I
advantage,
roll.
having seen the pattern.
With advantage,
Nice.
great, because I've rolled a 7. So this
Okay.
using my athletics, it's a 16, which is good,
Okay.
but an 11 is much better because that gives me a 20.
With a 20, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're able to launch yourself up to the next level, and you begin to see now that this pattern of left and right for the most of these floors is fairly uniform, that it's moving up and down, and that the only difference really is these two platforms to the south of the tower. They seem to be moving in random to different areas, either going north to south or east to west.
Okay.
But these 5 center platforms, for the most part, are going up and down on a pretty uniform pattern.
Okay.
So that's 4 successes. You
4
need
and
1
4.
more, so this is the clincher. Who wants to go?
Now that I know that, I'm gonna do my
Yeah. So
Oh.
I can relay kind of the pattern to
Right.
Chugrulk.
So now that I know that, I'm
Yeah.
gonna use athletics to get to this one that's just south of us.
As you watch it beginning to rise, yes, you can see that the
Yeah.
staircase is heading towards it again, as that side is beginning to rise and the other side is beginning to fall.
And then, let's go.
Yes, let's go.
You, recognizing the pattern from your compatriot, you're able to, right at the last second, kick off of this platform, and then as the staircase is moving and beginning to turn, you catch it right mid-apex as you're beginning to hover and level off, and you kick off again, getting another boost of momentum up to this platform as well, moving seamlessly into the center. With this sort of pattern engaged, now you guys are beginning to see and move in a sort of uniform pattern up towards what you see as the break point of the tower, taking you less time than it would have if you had not grasped how these platforms are beginning to move. And that although they are chaotic, for the most part, now that you begin to see a pattern over time, it begins to get a bit easier. And you don't lose too much time moving up, not much more than 30 to 45 minutes running up through these various platforms, linking arms and swinging each other from level to level, being able to move rapidly through the chaos that is this tower. About 40 to 50 feet below the break point, you're now beginning to see truly the damage that this structure sustained at the time of the meteor falling. Let's see. Okay. How are you doing on time, Spudley?
Yeah, I was gonna say
About an
I've
hour?
probably got like just under an hour before I actually have to
Okay.
fully be gone.
Cool. So we got some time here. As you reach about 30 or 40 feet below the break point, Tim, you begin to sense how intense this arcane storm between the two segments of the tower is. It's almost like a semi-broken arc of a wire that's gotten too close to another broken tip of a wire. You see various bolts of energy arcing off in random directions all throughout this space. What you also see, strangely, is a rope ladder hanging from the top portion to the bottom portion.
Hey guys, there's a little rope ladder.
And it seems very out of place.
It doesn't belong here.
People are definitely have been here.
It's
What would you all like to
sus.
do?
I'm sorry, where does the rope ladder go to exactly, from what we can see?
It starts just above the last platform, or the last section of the lower portion of the tower. Let me pull that image back up so I can kind of explain it. Ready? I think this is... Yeah. I'll pull this up so you guys can see what I mean. It's basically the last remaining portion of the tower that you are on currently. The lower half. But it goes all the way up to the unbroken portion. Or to the upper portion. Between the two halves of the tower. To the floating portion. But you look at it now from this distance. It seems very odd that a rope ladder would be here.
Yeah.
Why would you need a rope ladder if
Right.
Got a staircase that moves.
if
and,
the tower
you know,
was intact?
technically
Why
connect.
would you need a rope ladder?
Mm-hmm.
Bring that
I mean-
other image back up.
I think that's where we gotta go.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Let's go.
As suspicious as it may be, we're here for a reason, and I don't think that would be enough to deter us from continuing.
Yeah.
Okay, he's pulling out the book.
Looking above
Oh,
from
no.
the library, you can see the breach in the tower. Visible are the remains of that section of the library where the stairs, shelves, and platforms still shift and move. But in a field of wrecked debris, a crackling storm of eldritch lightning erupts between the gently floating debris, cast adrift gently in space, defying gravity. What would you like to do?
Climb up the thing?
Are we getting?
Jump
Are we at the rope ladder now, or we still need to? Are we still?
You're
ways away?
at this
Let's-
point in time, you would have gotten to the base of the rope
to the
ladder.
base of the ladder. Okay.
We
I will let someone
climbing
else-
that ladder. I'll go first. Why not? I'll go. I'll bite the bullet. I'll go first.
Good guy, Shiny.
So your movement speed right now, Shiny, is about 40 feet. I said 40 feet, right? Because of your intellect?
Yes.
Okay.
He's got 40 flying.
Right. As you begin to soar up, using the rope ladder as sort of a guide, feeling the buzz of the arcane energy passing through this space, you see the arcs of eldritch energy passing through the various chunks of the tower that were blasted through by the falling meteor. Although quickly you move up, this gap is about 80 feet. You watch as these arcs of energy are moving rapidly from side to side. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw as you watch one of the arcs sail past right towards you.
18?
With an 18, you're able to grab the ladder and swing out of the way just in time, feeling the singe across the front of your eyes, ocular devices, whatever you want to describe it
Whatever.
as. Yeah, you're almost for a second blinding you as this bolt of eldritch energy arcs from one piece of debris to the next. but you are able to scramble up as quickly as possible, dashing up this ladder as quickly as you can.
You guys see that? I almost died.
The three of you watching from below can see that this is perhaps a dangerous trek, that if you were to be struck by one of those bolts, there would be consequences.
Yeah. So you're just saying we don't want to be slow.
Be quick. Don't dawdle.
All right.
Alright, I'm gonna hit it next.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna from the base, as Shiny said, I'm not gonna dawdle. I'm gonna go for a leap of faith, as some might call,
Okay.
Okay.
and scatter up.
Give me an athletics check. The 20, yeah. With ease, you leap up 20 feet, that full blast of energy, following what you've been doing thus far, getting into a succinct rhythm as you grasp onto the ladder and begin to climb. What's your normal movement speed?
My normal is 30.
30? Okay. Meaning, like, as you're climbing on a ladder, you would have a dash of 60.
Yeah.
You watch as you're beginning to climb quickly, hearing the shouts of your companion as he just makes it to the top of the rope ladder, to the upper portion of this floating tower. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Chugrulk, as you see another one of these arcing bolts coming through.
Oh man.
No, like
You get a +4 for my
Oh
my
right.
thing from a while ago.
Mm, that's
for
right.
guidance.
15.
So it's a +1d4.
So yeah, you would slash
Oh,
R
1d4, oh, yeah.
1d4.
1d4, yep.
Or slash R space 1d4. There you go.
Oh my.
Oh, great. Okay.
All right.
Unfortunately, with a 12, that is not enough, as the bolt strikes you, and you take.
Oh wait, can I No, I can't even. I used
Oh,
my
you have
normal
lucky.
before.
You want to use lucky?
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know how that one worked. If I can. Use
Yeah,
it
you can
off,
re-roll
yeah.
as long as you have luck points.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna use one of mine for that.
Okay.
And does that re-roll the actual dex?
Yeah, you re-roll your dex save.
Wow.
That's dexterity or dex save?
Oh, that was. I think that
You're-
on a.
So in the top left of your sheet, you should see dex save. There you go.
Yeah, it should
Okay.
be. That one would have been the same roll, so it would have been the first roll, but just plus less, so it would have been 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you got more luck points, you can burn another one.
I think like yeah, I'm gonna after what Shiny said, it seemed like that was pretty dangerous. I'm gonna hit it again. So I guess that is that second one. That's that luck. Was probably. Oh no, wait, I can't know what it is before I use it, so I'll just reroll. Wow. Nice. I'm not lucky. Yeah.
Not today.
Not today.
Sometimes the dice be rolling like
This is
that.
like trying to get to Cosmic Ocean, just getting zapped. Boom.
Yeah, right.
Oh god.
Not like.
You take 17 points of force damage as this Eldritch Blast strikes you in the chest. And I need another dexterity saving throw to see if you can... Ready? You can use dexterity or strength, your choice, to see if you can hold on to the ladder.
Okay, I've got a dex. What's the situational bonus? How do I know what that is, by the way? Just like, 'cause I assume it
So it
would've-
should add it automatically. There's a section
Yeah,
of
that's what I
saving
thought.
throws. You can use strength or dex. It's your choice.
Yeah, no, that's alright. I just thought I'd make sure.
That was the
It
one
says
you
it.
just rolled.
Yeah, that was it. Yep.
You are knocked loose of the ladder. You feel yourself being pushed out to the outer edge of the wall by the blast of eldritch energy.
Nobody, I got this. Nobody can.
How far away is he from me right now?
Probably about 20 feet from you, down below, and
I'll
you see him
shout,
heading
I'll-
to the edge.
When I'll shout, I got you, Chugrulk. Don't worry.
and he's moving quickly and falling
Okay.
towards the edge.
So, I have two things that I would like to do.
Okay.
They, I believe, hang on, let me double check. They are both bonus actions, I think.
Okay.
Or are we, does that...
Not
that
really in this
recommend- is that
instance. I
really-
mean,
okay.
as long as it's within a reasonable
Yeah,
amount of
so-
time.
Yeah, so so I've got two bonus actions I need to do. One of them is I need to click my heels together to activate these boots of speed.
Okay.
Which
Oh.
doubles my walking speed.
Got it.
As well as does some other stuff that I'm not worried about that right now. So my walking speed is now 60 feet.
Okay.
Okay. My second bonus action is telekinetic leap. I
Okay.
get double my walking speed as flying speed. So now I have 120 feet of flying speed.
Okay.
And so I would like to jump, try and catch Chugrulk,
Okay.
and then pull him and myself if I can reach it. It's only 80 feet that we have to go.
Right.
Now I know I have to go out a little bit to get him, and then
Right.
back in a little bit. But you would tell me how much, and then I guess is the 20 feet of flying speed I get a base, or is that additive?
That's
And
the
everybody
base.
just starts at zero?
That's
So,
the base.
But everybody starts at 0, and so like
Right.
I'm gaining this flying speed. So do I
No,
get
no,
100
and
do I have 140
you
now or no?
just like when you have
Okay, so it's a minimum of
right.
20. And so
Yeah,
because
'cause you can
I
have
did
two
go from
different-
120. Yeah, I've got 120 now, so that's it. Yeah.
So, yeah, so right now you have, by leaping, you have 60, and then that's now been doubled by your psionic leap. But you don't have that additional 20,
Right. Yeah. Okay. So
because this is like you're leaping from a stationary position in a normal circumstance. 20 is because you're able to fly
yeah.
due to the nature of this location.
Yeah. Okay. So.
But if you were just accounting for your flight speed, your movement total would be 40 with your boots of speed. So you would only be able to move 80 at the very most.
The telekinetic leap is the psi-powered leap. It says you gain a flying speed equal to twice your walking speed. which would
Okay,
be
so yeah, in
100
that
I would
case,
do
you would be
100
fine.
but-
Yes.
But yeah, so 120 is what I'm assuming I've got.
Right.
But which I still think is enough to get to him. And
Yeah, and more than
unless-
enough.
Unless dragging him would slow me down some is really what I'm worried
Not in
about.
this instance, no.
Okay, so is this going to be an athletics check, acrobatics check? To catch him is what I'm trying to do specifically because he's
In this particular instance, Spudley, go ahead and ask your question, and then we'll.
So this is an important thing that I think Georgio should know.
okay.
I have violently urinated myself when I was shocked by the electric. You know, just in case that changes any of your mind. Yeah.
I can't tell from here.
All right, good. I just
Or
thought, you know.
I guess JJ, you tell me passive perception 16. Can I tell that he's pissed himself?
At this distance, no.
Okay.
Okay,
There we go.
just making
No,
sure, you know.
it's too dark and chaotic. You would not be able to tell that there are urine
We're
stains.
moving quickly. We only have a few
Just make-
seconds for this, right?
You wouldn't be able to tell bowel control at this distance and this quickly.
I think you're getting ejected from the tower, so we are in error.
Right, that's more of a. Yeah. Anyway,
Absolutely good with this then.
in this instance, I'm going to say you've already used your movement. This is more of a can you grasp midair and swing yourself along with another person. So I'm going to say this is more of an acrobatics check.
Okay.
See if you can grab on and swing yourself forward.
I rolled in that one. Sorry, guys.
I knew the
Okay.
urine would come into play.
That's it. Look. that's-
Okay.
nothing
Yeah.
I
All
can do.
right. Yeah.
Um,
No. There is something I can do.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure I want to make sure I can use it right now. I just have to make sure I had the visual for it.
Shit, that's one. You gotta be fucking
Well,
kidding me.
originally I was gonna do something else, but you made it sound so cool.
It
I
was
was like,
such a
all
cool
right,
idea.
it was
No,
such a
I
cool
was
idea.
cool. I was
like-
down for it, but
I
a
was
one's
like-
a
I
one,
was-
man.
I had a
One's a one. This
suggestion, but then you had
place-
this cool ass idea.
so
I was like,
fast.
forget it. How far away is Georgio from me now?
Now,
Currently.
about as he's leaping up and trying to grab Chugrulk and just whiffs. He's about 20. They're both about 20 feet. They're about 10 feet apart from each other.
Okay.
So no more
I'm
than
gonna-
30 feet apart.
What type of? You said it was an ability check, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna blow on my kernel shifts so you can redo it.
Okay.
I can do it. It's as long as I can see him within 30 feet. Attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. I can force them to reroll.
You'll
Alright.
reroll.
Yes.
I'm gonna
So
redo it.
reroll
I'm
the
gonna be
acrobatics.
Like, no.
I will reroll acrobatics with my other d20.
Okay.
Good idea.
This
Good
is a
idea.
2.
What?
For a total of?
A 2 plus 6 for a total of 8.
Big improvements.
That's a lot more than 1.
Ay.
I'll believe it.
That's all I got. I tried
We're
to
back at it.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I did look at all my deck saves. Like, to be honest, like I'm the one who let this down.
Right.
Oh
As
my
you
God.
swing for Giorgio, you needed a 10.
I needed a 10.
Yeah. You go to grab Chugrulk, and you make contact with his hand, but in that brief moment, your hand, as you try to grab his wrist and yours, your hand slips, and you continue to move forward as Chugrulk is still continuing to fall the other direction.
I
Sorry, got
have
another Harry Potter like the hand so sweaty.
I have one. I have one last thing. And this is really more so of like, I can. I'm just curious if this can possibly help. No, I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's gonna necessarily work, because this is just really like, just kind of like, not really breaking, but just like more of a thought. How much does Chugrulk weigh? How much do you weigh?
very big.
It
Roughly.
should say in your inventory total.
Yeah, my weight of all my equipment together is like 91 pounds.
And then you,
And
as a
how-
person's probably another
And then my
150.
backpack is another 60. So like about roughly 300, I guess.
Okay. And what about you, Giorgio? You're
I
about the
weigh
same,
three-
probably.
I weigh 300 pounds, and I've got 200 pounds of equipment.
About
Yeah,
800
yikes.
total.
Okay.
Collectively, yeah, 500.
Okay.
You're big.
I do have one other thing I guess ask you, JJ. Can I, because I'm trying to grab him and he slips, could I do like an action surge to give me another action, which would be to try and grab him again? Because I would only get one action, which would be my acrobatics jump, right?
Right.
A second action to try and grab him again, and this would just be, I think, just athletics to try and hold on, so at least we are together. And not.
I'll allow it. Yeah, I'll allow it since you're burning your action surge.
This one's going to be a 22 total.
Yeah.
There you
Am I
go.
strong enough to hold on?
As you slip the first time and you swing past in the wrong direction, you notice as you turn and you're looking down into an absolute free fall into the city streets below you. But as you watch, a chunk of stone swings around, and in that brief moment as it's swinging in front of you, you grasp that opportunity and use it as a platform to kick off back the other way. Go ahead and give me one more acrobatics check. And in this instance, you're much closer, so go ahead and do it with advantage.
Okay, so with advantage, I rolled an 8, and 16 plus 6 would be a 22.
On the way back through, as you watch Chugrulk begin to descend just almost out of your grasp, as your momentum is moving upwards, him now falling down just outside of this gravitational anomaly, as you now watch him begin to descend into free fall towards the city streets. You grasp up against his wrist, Chugrulk, you grabbing Giorgio's, as the momentum just yanks you up towards the platform, as you are just jettisoned up the other way. You feel as the gravitational effect begins to dwindle as you all fall. You are going to fall about 20 feet onto the ground. Each of you taking 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the stone floor of the upper platform of the upper section of the tower. But you are safe.
All right.
And now you smell
Cedric.
a distinct scent of urine.
Gross.
I finally found the gift that I was
Is it-
thinking of before. Like, even put it in the Discord.
There
just
is
then.
definitely a strong scent of urine.
Oh yeah.
But, you know, kudos, because that would have ended badly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was moving out towards the edge, and
I
that
was
anomaly
thinking
was
that.
beginning to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm dead.
And you
as
were
soon
like
as-
1,100 feet in the air.
Oh dear.
That was
Yeah, I
that was a
couldn't-
strong string of bad rolls.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
terrible.
really bad. Holy shit.
I still can't get over. Yeah, like all I
Ugh.
can think of like was the double whiff of trying to grab my hand. It's just like that was way too funny. Like, to me.
Chronal shift 1 to 2. Like, okay.
Oh,
I was
Yeah.
like, I've been waiting to save it for like whatever our fucking like big climactic fight is gonna be, and I just was like, fuck, I don't want to do this now, but I gotta do it.
This is time for it to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I was gonna do was is that
Oh.
I was gonna fucking pop floating disc below him. I'll just pull him up, cause
And then
yeah.
it
What's the
falls
capacity
over.
for floating disc? I don't think it's 800 pounds.
it's 500. That's why originally
yeah,
I was gonna
no.
do just Chugrulk.
No.
He would have been all right.
Oh,
But then
no.
once Georgio was like, I'm gonna do all this fucking cool shit, I'm like, all right, let's just fucking see it. Let's
But-
have it.
So funny.
Mad props to y'all for saving that
That was-
one, because
That was fucking good.
For real. I actually thought I was like, this is me gone for real. Like as soon as
Yeah.
the sweaty hand palm like missed,
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm dead.
y'all had me
Yeah.
puckered.
What do you mean I fucking won?
But that being said, you do have one more companion that is still need to make the
True.
climb.
It's
Cedric.
not that bad, bro. You got this.
You ready for
After
this?
just watching this
Yeah.
shit show of acrobatics,
How high is this ladder? Did we determine
it's
that?
a distance of about 80 feet from end to end.
Checking my backpack for something real quick. Okay, never mind. That will not work out well. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give it a go because I have a backup means. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to just get up that as quickly as I can.
So you're going to try to dash climb up the ladder.
Pretty much.
What's your total normal speed? 60? Or climb? Because this is normal speed because you're climbing up a defined ladder, so
My walking speed is 30.
30. So if you were to dash, it'd be 60.
Yeah.
So for at least one round, you're going to be in the storm.
Yep.
Okay. As you dash up this ladder, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw. As you watch another arc of arcane energy pass through your space.
Well,
The 12?
yeah.
Unfortunately, a 12 is not enough. As the
Hmm.
another bolt of eldritch energy passes through and strikes you in the shoulder. Give me your choice, acrobatics or athletics, to hold on to the ladder.
Athletics 13.
The 13, you needed a 12.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You are like white knuckling this ladder as this blast. You do take 11 points of force damage as this bolt of energy strikes you in the shoulder. But you are able to hold your grasp on this ladder as it swings back and forth as you look down just briefly to this dingy, dirty, rainy streets of Drakenheim, nearly 1,000 feet below your current location. But you are able to make the climb successfully. As you get up to the top, scrambling up and definitely a little puckered.
Yeah.
But you all have successfully made it to the upper portion of the tower. As you
Yeah, I
immediately
don't
pop a
blame
potion.
That's
Oh.
fucking great. You did. That's almost fucking maxed out. That's crazy.
That is really good.
Yeah.
As a tiny bit of pee comes out as you chug this potion.
Joker,
Oh, yeah.
you want one of these potions? You want one of these bad boys?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say no.
All right, I'll give him one of my potions. I don't need it. I'm okay. So I'll give him one of mine. I still
Okay.
have. I got 2 left and a supreme.
Do you want to
Okay.
roll it and then
Yeah, just go ahead and roll
go
it.
for
Oh, that works. Yeah, let's do that.
And then I'll just that much.
10.
And thank you, my friend.
You got it, man.
As you all look up into the shattered breach below you and into the upper portions of the library now, who has the highest passive perception in the group?
Think Giorgio?
I've
I
got
think so,
16. I don't know what everybody else has.
I only have 14.
13.
Me and Giorgio have, I think, +6.
You're also 16.
Okay, so you both have a 16. Giorgio and Tim. Giorgio, as you turn over and take a deep breath, struggling to maintain your composure after such a harrowing incident, you look up, and Tim, a little less shocked by the moment, you look up and you hear a voice shouting from above. They don't seem to be shouting at you. They're definitely shouting. It takes you a moment to recognize that it is a voice you recognize. As you hear this guttural, angry old man voice shouting from above.
Oh, this dick.
Careful! Don't drop those ingredients! Careful! I shouldn't have resurrected your Hassani corpses! As you look up just on the edge of your peripheral vision on one of the platforms about 300 feet up towards the highest most point of the remainder of the library, you see a sallow-eyed, rotund mage. Even at this distance, something seems off. You see an even more prevalent octarine light and various items sticking out of their form, like chunks of some sort of mineral stuck directly into their flesh, as they're pointing to these large creatures on several of the platforms scattered about as they move about various crates of items and various platforms and pedestals, preparing for something. Let me go ahead and pull this up for you all. But at this time, they don't seem to have noticed your presence. Let me move you guys to where you need to be. You all are approximately let's see, right about here. The lowest points. And above, oops, come on, there we go. Sorry, I gotta move some stuff out here. You see 4 figures in total. 3 large, lumbering creatures of sorts, and 1 medium-sized, familiar mage at various levels of these moving platforms. Sec. Why isn't it letting me select these? Sorry, I'm trying to move them.
Is the room the same too, or did?
Oh, that's why. I'm sorry. Here we go. Sorry, I was on the wrong layer. Because I had these here earlier, but you guys couldn't see them because I had them on the GM layer.
Yeah.
Layers. This is what you see. These lumbering, hulkish forms, not unlike the other delirium dregs that you've seen in and around the city, but much, much larger. One you see has this awful series of tentacles coming out where the mouth would be. You look as you stare out This is one of the closest ones, the one over here in the upper right corner. This one's about 100 feet up from your current location on one of the floating platforms. You see and you begin to recognize some of the forms of the body, even in this grotesque, mutilated form. This looks similar to one of the apprentices that was with them in Reed Manor. When you first encountered this mage, Tim, you see at this distance now, and you too, Giorgio. Although a bit deformed and disheveled, even more so than before, you recognize Oscar Yoren moving about on one of the platforms above, accompanied by whatever remains of his former apprentices, now turned disfigured, mutilated, delirium-infused monstrosities. In fact, I will show you guys some other artwork, I guess. Let's see. Where is it? Is that showing for you guys?
Mm-hmm. The
Yeah,
Incredible
the
Hulk.
Haze Hulk.
Yes. I don't know why it's not showing over here for me. That's weird. I'll zoom in for those following along at home here. Another one you see has large chunks of this octarine mineral sticking out of the shoulders, with large, like, tusk-like pincers coming out of the mouth. And then the last one, you see this rotund belly with tentacles sprouting out like a second mouth from the abdomen. But all of them heavily disfigured, disformed, and mutilated, but with distinct signs that these were once his former apprentices. But seeing as how, well, you haven't been noticed yet, what would you all like to do?
Hey!
Yell at him because I'm fucking mad. Like, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I'm pissed, dude. Tried to fucking nuke us in a fucking room earlier. Like, fucking fuck this dude.
Yeah,
I'm this close.
he
I'm this
he
close.
tried to nuke us
You
because we
hate
were looking for
motherfucker.
research, right? That was the thing.
Yeah.
From my memory.
Well, I don't think he knew that we were gonna be doing that. That's
No,
we fell
but
into
he
the
knew.
trap. He knew that we were
He
gonna
knew
be
I was
there,
part of the
and he tried to-
academy. He found
yeah.
that out.
Yeah, you,
Ah.
Tim, from what you remember, based on what he said in his magic mouth spell that he left there for you all, along with the trap, he didn't seem too keen on you taking his research back to the academy, based on what Eldrick and River had discussed with you, that he's sort of a defunct mage of the academy that's hid out in the city to conduct research that would otherwise be taboo.
I'm pissed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly like, I'm cool trying to. I mean, really, it's one of those things. I mean, we could sneak around, but at the end of the day, I think it's gonna come down to us fucking scrapping this dude one way or another. So I mean, I'm down to pretty much just make our presence known, just like, hey, fuckface, what's going on?
How far away? How far away is he from us?
From where you currently are, he's at the highest point. Those red dots represent about,
Yeah.
each dot is an extra 100 feet. So he's about 300 feet above you
Oh,
all.
whoa.
Okay, so he's
Okay.
300 feet up,
Okay.
and quite a ways over.
Right.
Okay.
The red means 300, the yellow is 200, and the green is 100 on those markers.
Bitch, I hate this bitch.
You can see at this distance here that although before it was almost a sheer stair straight up as you were passing through the lower portion of the libraries, now you can see there's a distinct ceiling just above where his platform is, leading up with another set of stairs on either end, seemingly what is the final few floors of the tower.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should probably try to make our way up.
I'm like, I'm doing the math to see how many of my psionic dice I'd have to burn to, and how long it would take for me to just two or three psionic leaps all the way up there and just fucking throw my shit at him and try and kill him.
I'm just fucking picturing Giorgio as fucking Mikasa from Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Just like fucking like when the fucking big
Jump,
reveal
jump,
happened in the
jump,
first
yeah.
act, and she just fucking like snaps and just goes after them. That's
so
all I'm
mad,
picturing
I'm
right
so
now. I'm like,
mad.
I'm ready to go get him.
I'm so mad at this motherfucker. It would be the last of my psionic dice. And then I would be up there by myself without you guys, and he would just fucking blast me with some shit and I would die.
Yeah, no, and your luck will fucking knock you all the way back down here. Oh my
Let me
god.
know, and I'm pissed. Alright, so what do we... There's
Yeah, I
one-
mean,
you said the green one's 100 feet up, the yellow one's 200 feet up, the red one's 300 feet up.
Yeah.
There's three of them. So chances are, as we start to climb, we will encounter one or both or all three of these.
yeah.
Right.
I presume. So, do these? What about these spiral staircases on the side? Do they keep going up?
They do.
Can we just go up the spiral staircases until we're 300 feet up and even with him?
That is entirely up to you guys.
Again, I'm walking over here. I'm doing that.
I'm reading one thing. Hold on, I just want to make sure.
The spiral staircase is open, right?
Open above them?
No, I mean like so like they spiral up. Like, is it like a tube that I'm climbing up, or is there?
There's not walls to it. No, it's
There's
open
no
on
wall.
all sides. Yeah.
Okay. If I started climbing, he would see me. But like,
Potentially.
if he was looking over there, not yelling at some dregs, right? I think that if I'm not running up the stairs, I just walk up the stairs. I might be quiet enough if he's yelling and doing all this shit, and there's stairs moving around, maybe making noise.
Right.
I don't even need to sneak. I could be able to get up there. And then, I mean, from, like, if I'm at this corner and I'm on level, if I'm level with him, I'm 30 feet away.
Right.
Throw an axe at his ass. That's what I think I want to do. Is anybody gonna stop me from doing that?
No, my suggestion I was gonna say, I'm like, hey Cedric, you want to fucking pop dimension door?
I was also
pop
thinking
dimension
that.
door, just like, hey, what up?
Yeah.
You can bring one person. So I'm like,
Would Dimension Door work here? Would that get wacky in the tower?
Of course not.
Okay, cool.
It will work. It will work as intended.
Wait for me, and if you want to come up with me, Chugrulk, let's just walk up the stairs. You got
We walk up the stairs. Wait,
you got right
or
to it.
dimension door underneath him and bring him to us.
Yo, imagine. But they gotta be
Yeah.
willing though. That's the
Could be
problem.
sick.
Ah,
but
true,
yeah.
true, yeah, true.
That would be
That-
fucking
that-
hilarious though.
that
Open
would
a
be
door
funny,
with
yeah.
fucking some Looney Tune shit.
Yeah.
Yoink, come here, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Bro, my peripherals on the second computer are not working at all. Like, I can't. Everything's still
Oh,
running, but I can't,
no.
like, control
Oh, no.
anything right now.
Huh.
Like, none of the
I'm not
USB
gonna
is
lie,
working.
I do have to
Oh,
go in
shit.
10 minutes. Like I gotta be
Yeah, we're
gone.
okay.
So, like, the timing
Can we-
probably is not terrible for that.
Can we start this though?
And just see
Uh,
what happens if we get up
So,
there.
like
and everything's messed.
Yeah, this is what I would say is to Cedric and Tim, you guys wait. Me and Chugrulk, if you want to come with me, Chugrulk, we'll walk up the stairs that is as close in that corner. And when we get up to even with him, because they should be able to see and watch us do this, right? When we
Right.
get up there, then I'm gonna throw some shit at him, and then maybe Chugrulk's gonna throw some shit at him, and then you guys can dimension door and be right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Dimension door onto that thing, and then we start fucking him up.
Sure. I'm.
Does that work? Okay.
Yeah,
so they're-
fuck it. Let's do
they're
it.
on
Yeah,
board.
I'm in.
I'm walking. I'm not even sneaking. If he notices me, he notices me.
I can't sneak.
I can't. I can't even do that.
I can't do it.
Lucky you're not sneaking. You'd be like that guy in those games. You're like, shut up, man. Fucking.
Well,
No, yeah,
I'm glad
I'm
it
with you, man. I'm
failed
down for it.
towards the end of the stream because that would have really
Yeah.
pissed me off midstream. I literally like nothing is turning on peripheral wise. Like my keyboard's not lighting up, my mouse isn't moving when I'm on the second computer at all. But
That
everything's still
sucks.
running, but like none of the USB is working.
Man,
I don't know why.
I hope
Not
it's
even like
it.
it's just
I hope
one.
it's easy fix. But
I hope so too because that's really annoying. I think
Yeah,
it's a
that's fair.
Windows thing.
Classic Windows.
But so you guys are just marching up there, you know,
They're
We're going
booking
stairs
it.
big
and I
big dick
think-
swinging energy.
yeah.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
going stairwise.
Nice.
Okay.
Does he notice us?
I mean, if you're just walking up one of the staircases.
I'm walking upstairs. Yeah. No,
Okay.
not of the spinning staircase. The spiral staircase on the bottom.
right.
He's definitely gonna.
Give me a
but
sec.
I'm down.
You make it up about a third of the way, and he has not seemed to have noticed you yet. You make it up about 100 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna keep walking.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm locked in.
You make it up now about 200 feet to approximately. You watch as the haze hulks are moving large crates of. Now you can see what's in these crates. There are large delirium crystals in every one of them.
Oh,
Great.
great.
And at this point,
Great.
the haze hulk beside him and Oscar Yoren turn as they hear the clanking of armor. As you step up onto the platform about 100 feet below where he stands, as he turns and looks down.
Just for the sake, should we have a little yellow toggle on both of us, just so we remember that for next time?
Yeah, you can. I think you can put that on there. Unfortunately I can't put it on you right now because I can't move
Alright.
anything.
I do think that we can mark ourselves if you right click.
Right, I think
I'll
you
just
can.
go
Try to right click.
Yeah.
I think you can right click. Just put a little yellow marker on yourself.
There we go. I just put the yellow like aura.
As
for
this
one.
is happening, Cedric and Tim, what are you doing? Are you following?
We're waiting.
Yeah,
We're waiting for Giorgio's signal to fucking.
yeah. I
just
Okay.
basically
come.
have Dimension Door prepped
Gotcha.
and just waiting to
Gotcha.
blip over there.
Can I bring out Scissor Snips? I'm ready. I'm ready to bring him out.
He's been out as far as I know. I mean, you're
no, I-
familiar.
I
Yeah.
had to put him away before we
Yeah,
entered the
yeah.
tower.
Right, gotcha.
Because I forget what it was. All right,
Oh,
cool.
the invisibility. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Okay.
I
Wait, do you
I
want to wait
gotta
till you
have
through
him
the
out.
dimension door? Wait, do you want to wait? Because I don't think he can go through it, can he? If you said it's only 2 people.
I mean, Dimension Door's only 2 people, but you guys are walking up.
He's
No,
my
I just meant down.
familiar.
It means
no,
with
I guess
snips.
you mean rule wise.
Oh, yeah, he goes with
yeah.
you because you're familiar.
Yeah.
Right. okay.
Fantastic. Come on out, Scissor Snips. It's been a minute. Come on, buddy. Let's go. You gotta be
Right.
here. You gotta be here.
Let's
Right.
go.
So you notice
You
we're
watch now,
looking
and
over at us.
you watch as he turns and looks directly at you, hearing the sound of clanking armor.
I'm gonna give this dude a double bird. I'm pissed. I'm
Nice.
still walking up the stairs. I'm not.
And you
slowing
see
down.
the sneering face, and at this distance now you can see the sallowed eyes, where the eyes would normally be the dark pupils and a white iris. There is nothing but an octarine glow in each socket.
I hope he doesn't shoot like.
And
IVs
the
at us, like-
stones that you saw, the
like,
chunks of material jammed into his flesh,
Uh-huh.
you see at this distance are shards of delirium jammed directly into his shoulders, into his ribs. And he is carrying a makeshift staff hobbled together piece of arcana with a large delirium crystal on the end of it. He turns and looks at you all. So you couldn't be done well enough to leave me alone.
Not one bit. I'm gonna keep
That's
walking.
okay. She's already given me everything I need. And as soon as I have the staff, I'll have everything I'll ever need. Just as soon as I get rid of you all.
I'm still walking until I'm gonna keep walking. I'm listening to him, but I got nothing else to say until I get up to until I'm level with him. So, if he tries to do anything, let me know. But I'm still walking.
At this point, you're still quite a distance away.
Uh-huh.
You slide
you-
dog. You caught me monologuing.
You watch as he just makes a movement to the two haze hulks that are closest to you, and each one of them, in a full leap, jumps down towards you all on that platform. The one below jumping from stair to stair, leaping nearly 50 feet in each bound. The next one leaping down, not even caring about the damage it takes. As you hear cracking bones and shattering flesh. But you look as one of them lands directly in front of you, Giorgio. The other one jumping up, running up the stairs as quickly as it can towards you. You have fun with my friends there.
How close am I to him now at this point when we get stopped?
To him, you're probably 60 feet below him as this haze hulk steps in front of you in one of the moving staircases. The one that had jumped down from his platform. I would move it for a sense of...
Yeah.
But right now, I can't move anything on this computer, which is really fucking annoying. I'm sorry.
Well, how do we know? We don't know you're not there.
Yeah, theater of the mind. We're playing an imaginary game. Get over it. But I think that's probably a good stopping point, and we'll start things up from there.
Yeah, I know that.
Especially since you can't move your characters. Yeah.
Right, and I can't move anything right now, and Spudley's got to leave here in a minute. So
Yeah.
I think that's a good stopping point for today. We'll cut the session a little shorter than anticipated due to technical
That's a good one.
difficulties and, personal schedules. So